All right, people. Great time right now. We're going to talk about something huge. We want to talk about, obviously, as you can see the list right here, these are the big free agents that we know about that's coming back this season and what we think that they should play.
There's such a short amount of time that they have to find the team that's right for them.
Like find a home.
Pretty much. But the thing about it is the home going to accept them? That's the main thing. It's up to the home to pick the person living in it.
Right.
And that's going to be a hard choice, but there's a lot of talent on this free agency list that I think a lot of teams could take advantage of.
And we're going to jump in right now. You're going to hear the music playing, all that good stuff right now. And we're going to talk about the two guys that we know already signed. You got Javon, formerly of 99 Problems, left that team. They went to a championship. He left. He was an all-star, went to join YMM. And I think it's a good pickup. At first, I was upset with him about the move because I think it's a bad move for him. And that's for me because I'm a football fan. I would like to see him help and stay with 99 to try to win a championship. But for YMM, it's a big pickup. Remember, they got Bones who's in school right now, and they're not going to have Bones all season. They're going to have him a few games here and there. Javon steps up on what they're trying to do. The new thing is go get 6-foot guys that could jump out the gym and make a catch. They already got a very dominant player in Timmy. We already saw what he can do. He's been dominating all summer, and now he gets to really show that form in the UFL. So they already got him. They already got a guy like Stretch, who's kind of inconsistent. He played with the Browns before. Inconsistent player, still tall, still can make some plays here and there, but he's not the most consistent player. But they got Bones, who's their other money man that can go up and get the ball. Now by Alan Javon, that's another guy over 6 foot who can go and get the football. That's a great target for Corey to open up guys like Rico, Santana, even Ice, Jeremy underneath for big plays, Brandon, Kaka. These are guys that can make plays that's going to get attention or taken away from it because of the height of these 6 foot guys.
And one thing that we've always been criticizing YMM for years, ever since they went to the championship their first year, they had a size issue. They had guys that were short that couldn't compete with guys that had that height advantage. Especially a team like Super Friends. Now they're trying to contend with these type of teams by getting this height, these guys who can extend and get the ball, and I think Javon is a great fit for that.
And the next free agent that we're going to see on the list that I already signed was Lou. Also won the MVP of the season, played well, left Riot, goes to IOD team, a team that's always on the verge of knocking at the door to get to a championship. This team had went to 3 Final Four straight before losing in the second round last year. It's time for them to get over the hump. It doesn't matter if they're going to go with the bad man, Adi, or if they're going to go with Mr. Dependable Slasher, who can play all positions. One won quarterback of the year, which was Adi, and the other one won offensive player of the year. By adding a player like Lou, he gives them a guy who got the height and the grit to go get the football. The problem is he's going to be that same type of player that he was for Riot Squad.
And I'm not going to say that he's going to have an all-star season. I mean, not an all-star season, an MVP season. But he doesn't have to. All he has to do is come in and bring what they feel that he's supposed to bring. And I think that they'll be just fine. He is a playmaker, especially on offense. He brings that extra firepower, that extra target that Slasher or Adi needs, whichever quarterback is throwing. They can look for him, adding to the Costas and the Eddies and the Aces that they have on the team, Jesus, all of these guys that are already weapons, now they have a dynamic weapon like Lou that can add to their arsenal. I think that can be a big advantage for them.
And those are the guys that we talked about that was signed. Now we're going to talk about the free agents guys, and we'll go back and forth. And I'm going to hit you with my first guy. I want to talk about Herbie, formerly of the Violators, definitely missed 2 seasons, one with a knee injury, one with personal reasons. But when he did play the previous season before, I believe that was a 2014 season, the guy was not only was he a runner-up for the MVP of the league, he made it to the All-Star game and won All-Star MVP. This guy is definitely coming in as an A player, so only certain teams can sign him, but when you get him, you're getting his toughness, you're getting his leadership, and you're getting his athletic ability. That's a good pickup. I think the teams that he's going to probably go to, I would say, is 2 major teams. One, I think it's the Browns. The Browns can use him because they need to get back to the team that went to 2 championships in a row. They lost to Carver both games, but they were a team that can lock you up and make plays. have Trav, who you've seen move up to that type of player, but he don't really have a supporting cast. Puka makes it, but he's not here every week. Darnell, which is 50, is not really a great lockdown defender. They got a lot of guys coming up, Blink, G Black, who made an all-star team last year, but they need a player like Herbie to sit down and take that defense to the next level athletically. The other team I think he may go to is a team like Dem Geddes. His close friend that played with him previously on the Violators, Dre, plays for Dem Geddes, and I think I can see him going there to help this Dem Geddes team get to the promised land. Also, when you have Reggie quarterbacking, Herbie knows he will get the football, and Reggie will put him in positions to make some big plays. So those are the two teams I can see him going to.
And the next free agent that I'm going to mention is Arbley from CMM. This guy was surprised straight out of the gate. He had some stats, and he only played half the season. He had 6 interceptions. He was on his way to a high interception count.
Definitely,
when he had 6.
Probably would have been a defensive player.
Definitely a defensive player nominee. And if he would have been able to finish that season, who knows what his numbers would have been. This person was all over the field on their defensive end. He was a playmaker on offense, but I think his defense is what shined last year. It didn't matter what team he played for. He was always out there making plays. No matter what quarterback he faced, he was out there being effective on that defense. And the team that I see him going to that would benefit the most from him going there is Never Scared. I think that Never Scared can use a playmaker like him, especially on defense. He's a person that can cover a whole side of the field by himself. And I think that Never Scared was lacking in that department, especially in both ways. Yeah. They were lacking in the star power.
I think they led the league in drops.
Yes. Because they led the league in drops, I think that Arbley is a good fit for this team. I think he's a person that's willing to just come in, do his job, play, and have fun. So he's not going to be a person that's going to throw off your team chemistry at all. I think that he would fit right into a Never Scared team with a person like Fred throwing for them.
The next guy I'm going to talk about on this free agent list is my guy, BQFL's on Mo. Mo's a guy, he's never played in the UFL league, but we've seen him come in the Bronx and play in EHS and play with the U and really show his ability to do stuff that he's done in Brooklyn. This guy comes in as an A player, a two-way player, can dominate defensively, dominate offensively. He practically took the lead for the U in that championship game in EHS versus YMM, getting a go-ahead touchdown. YMM will come back to win that game, but he balled out that game. He's a great player. I think you got to see how much of a leader he is. He got to learn to control that tempo. He already went through something in BQFL, but I think as he come in on the road, playing in the Bronx, he's more of a player that he's just focusing on his game, and he can be really dominant. The team that I can see him going to, it's two teams. One is the Rebels. The Rebels are coming from Brooklyn, so he'll be a little more comfortable playing with this team, playing with Breezy. Him and Breezy are really cool. Mandy's going to find Mo and get him the ball. He can also help out on that defense. The other team I can see him going to is Dem Geddes. Once again, you had a guy that played with him on the Lions, which was Drake. Them two guys are close. I can see Mo going to that team, helping them out. Reggie can also get him the ball. He will be automatically jumped on both sides of the field. I don't think Hollywood will have a problem adding him to the team. Can you imagine if they're able to add Mo and Herbie to this team? Mm-hmm. That's amazing. But I don't think they're going to get both. I don't know if they're going to be under the cap rule, of the A rule, but bottom line is either or. You get a guy like Mo, you're getting toughness, you're getting athletic abilities, and you're getting experience. This guy's been to championships, and he's hungry, and he wants to show what he can do in the UFL League.
And the person that I'm going to bring up is Sesso, formerly of YMM last year. I think that he had a lacking season last year. I think that he was put in the back end of the team because they had so much other targets that were on this team. They had other playmakers, so Sesso was put on the back burner. I think that he's a person that has the opportunity to shine if he's put on the right team, and I think that he's hungry this season and is willing to play at his best. We've seen him do that with his 8 interceptions that he had when he played with the Generals. Was a defensive player of the year, runner-up, losing to Rico that year. So I think that he is a big-time defender. He can play offense as well and bring up some high numbers for your team. The team that I feel he should go to, that he would fit right in, is Street Fan, because he's played with Spaz and Shaw and all of these guys when they were together with the Generals. They had championship runs on this team. They're already familiar with each other. They've played together. They've battled some high octane teams in all types of leagues. So I think that he would fit right into that team. Knowing that team is hungry to win, he is hungry to win as well. He'll fit right in.
And I'm going to jump into one more before you finish. Another team I think is a good team for him that'll fit is the defending Eastern Conference champions, 99 Problems.
Yes.
They need another receiver that can go get the football. Now that they lost Javon, Cecil can step in. Plus, he is hungry. Now, can you imagine 99 is upset because Javon went to YMM and Cecil is mad because he left YMM, not getting the ball like Javon is getting it. How hungry he'll be to show what he can do, and he can play both ways, and he got some height. 99 struggled last year having two of the shortest corners in the league. Now, if you add a Cecil, he can play corner. He, like you said, he was an 8 interception guy when he played with the Generals, and he can also play offense. He can be a great two-way player. Not in the A category yet, but he has the ability to play like an A player if he focuses and stays hungry. I think he can be a great player this season.
That is actually a good idea too. I think that 99 would be a good fit for him. Again, because of the whole, like you mentioned, the YMM controversy, I think that makes just as much sense for him to go to that team. The thing about it is, all of these teams are good options for him. Yep. And so the sky's the limit for whichever team chooses him. I think that he'd fit right in.
Another player I want to jump on is a guy who played very well last year, Nomar. Nomar had 5 interceptions last year playing with the Violators. Didn't score offensively because he was focusing on the defensive side of the ball. That is a great asset to have. I think he should focus more on offense. He had a great year offensively, went to the All-Star game, was dominant offensively a few years back. I think he needs to go back to that side of the ball, but it's good to know that you have a guy who can also jump on defense when you need him. Yeah. He's not a lockdown corner. He's a great zone type of corner. He's great at finding the ball. You're not gonna put no more on your best on the other team's best receiver. But if you have a zone with a good safety over the top, this guy can find the football and get interceptions. A team that I think he'll be great to go to is Never Scared. He had his best offensive season playing with Fred.
Yes.
So why would he not go back to that team to do what he did before? A lot of people said they don't think he could do it offensively without his brother. Mm-hmm. He went to the All-Star game with his brother in the other slot. So he has the opportunity to go out and show what he can do without his brother, and I think he can do that playing with Never Scared. 99 Problems is another team that I think can use it offensively because it gives them height that they lose by Javon leaving. And the other sneaker team I think he could go to is the Browns. He's won a championship with the Browns, so he knows how to play with this team. Jingo knows how to use this guy, and I think he can get great numbers, and he can also jump on defense when they want to go defense and help that defense probably not be lights out like they were previous years. Can be a nice cog, a nice option if the Browns would need him to go defensively. I think that would be a good pickup if they go after him. All right, we're going to wrap up the show. Hopefully y'all liked it. We want to thank Lou for being with us with the interview. We went over the stuff with Javon. We showed you the free agent list. We'll see if we get any more free agents on the list. We're going to wrap this show up. We're going to thank y'all for being here with us. I'm Stephen J. On behalf of Ghost and the rest of the cast. We're going to see y'all later. We're out of here. Real Tough Talk. We're out. Thank you.